Hello and welcome back to another video. So if you have been pretty much anywhere on Twitch the past 3 years or so, you have seen the name NoPixel pretty much everywhere, or if you have even glanced at the games or the browse feature on Twitch, you have most likely seen GTA at the top, with almost the top streamers being all on the same server, and that server of course being NoPixel. Now, whether you just enjoy a good old clip of XQC molding,
yo, can you go and give me the fucking gel? My God.
Yeah, we're working on it.
I
Show
don't
your
give a
fucking
fuck
mouth.
about your story, pussy.
watching Sakuno one-shot the hardest hack on the server,
Here we go. 9104-7737. Well, that was lame. That went way too fast.
or follow along with all the crazy and unique storylines. There's a ton of different blends of content across all the different streams you'll find, and all of them again happening on the same server. So today we're going to be talking a little bit about why NoPixel has the best viewership experience. So, starting off, before we go any further, if you guys do want to check the different topics I'm going to be going over in this video, you can either 1, hover over the timeline to see the different chapters, or 2, just look in the description. At the bottom of the description should always be the different timestamps for different parts in this video. But starting off, we're going to be talking about the accessibility of being able to watch and find NoPixel and NoPixel streamers, and a little bit about that. So starting off, it's super easy to find pretty much any NoPixel streamer. There's actually a service out there called Hasroot that allows you to see all of these streamers streaming on NoPixel, from anywhere from 10 viewers to 10,000 viewers. That makes it super easy to see pretty much anyone in almost any scenario very, very easily. There's also a certain aspect of being able to easily understand or figure out stuff pretty fast for the majority of situations. Now, of course, there are some more in-depth storylines that take some time to kind of grasp and handle, but for the majority, you can kind of just hop into someone's stream, see what they're doing, and get a pretty good idea, and kind of also, with chat being a little bit more helpful, can kind of figure out what's going on in the situation, what the person's doing, and most of the time it's not too complicated unless it's related to their main storyline, which again we'll go into in a little bit. Now, with NoPixel being so accessible to watch, obviously you want to know, what are these people watching? Well, it's pretty much anything from people going around just messing around having fun, to people owning stores, working out of them, just being a clerk, to of course some more in-depth storylines, which is again brings us to our next topic, talking a little bit about the storylines on NoPixel, what makes them unique, why they're so important, and why they, along with of course a ton of other aspects, make NoPixel again the best viewing experience on Twitch for any kind of GTA roleplay server. Alrighty, so moving next on to the storylines of NoPixel, what makes them so special, and again, why it really helps NoPixel become one of the most popular servers. So, in the time of NoPixel, obviously, there has been an absolutely crazy amount of long-form storylines that have gone on in the server, and some that are still going on today. From a child who was isolated their entire life and was quite obviously affected by that.
You know, even though he was way high up there, and he splatted back on the ground, I'm sure he's going to heaven. I need you to take me out so I can crawl my way out of hell and drag him back down with me from heaven.
To a man who, after his parents getting killed by his sensei, moved to Los Santos to find him and get revenge. And in the meantime, got some cybernetic limbs, of course, and quite the personality.
Hi, Michael Weber. This is Uchiha Jones. I was wondering if you could help me pull out my fucking truck. I need to meet you at the inbound lot, sir.
I don't really work for inbound. I'm just
So you're a fucking poser? Is that what you're telling me right now? You're
I'm
fake?
a freelancer, sir.
A freelance? Well, freelance my middle fucking finger through the phone screen! Ah!
These storylines, and the ones that are constantly going on today, it was really what makes NoPixel special. Now again, there are a ton of different storylines. We're not obviously going to go in depth to any of them because they all take pretty much hours to cover, as a lot of them are very, very in depth, that have been going on for years and years, with of course different things affecting them, changing them, and making them unique. The amount of creativity on the server, along with the devs, which again we'll go into the dev stuff a little bit later, is what also adds to the amazing viewership experience of NoPixel. Instead of just being a normal stream or video where you chill, you know, have some fun for a while, kind of chill out, just enjoy the stuff, and then leave. On the other hand, with NoPixel, you can watch one streamer and follow along with their storyline day by day in a consistent manner, similar to a TV show or series. And as I talked about a bit earlier, the main difference and what makes NoPixel almost in some senses, depending of course on your judgment of it and kind of just what you like, better than some TV, is that instead of just kind of seeing the main character, following the main character along, you can also go and check out these side characters, the people your streamer meets, and kind of see everything going on from the other players' perspectives as well, kind of their opinions on different issues going on, kind of their opinions on different stuff that happens on the server, and it makes it kind of a lot more full form, where you can go and explore different opportunities, different players on the server, different characters, and get a much wider sense of everyone's opinion, everyone's differing views on different issues or different big events going on the server. An amazing example of this, between, you know, going to different streams and checking out different sides of it, is for instance if Chain Gang, which is probably, if not definitely, the most known gang on the server, consisting of a bunch of top streamers including Lord Kabun, Seer, Rami, Rated Epics, Summit 1G, Jobless Garrett, and a ton more big name streamers, are in the middle of a bank heist. You're able to jump around between all the different gang members doing their different tasks, such as holding the hostage, doing the different hacks, or just, you know, talking to each other. But what is even more special about this is that you can also get an outside perspective and watch and listen to the perspective of the players on the outside, such as the police dealing with the situation, the different news reporters trying to get the best coverage, or just randoms kind of going around observing what's going on with the whole situation. Now, of course, not everyone has these crazy storylines going all the time, or these crazy events constantly happening, since with RP there is quite a lot of downtime and time for players to just kind of chill, interact, talk with others, and do other simple jobs. This brings me to the next big reason why NoPixel really succeeds both on Twitch and just as a viewing experience in general, which is the variety of different content you can get, all again within the same server, just by watching different people's streams. And that is the next big point we're going to be talking about. So what's awesome about NoPixel and what's amazing about it is that even though there are these huge storylines, of course, that we talked about a little bit that go on, there is also plenty of different types of content that is completely different and unique from each other, all going on again within this same server. You can be watching someone doing something as simple as running a corner store or burger shot, or just working at one of them, or something as crazy as, you know, being in the middle of a huge gang war. And the reason you can just watch a guy running a corner store or in the middle of an awesome gang war and get amazing content out of both situations is because of the people on the server. Because of the very strict whitelist, I mean, I've even been denied, I think, like 3 times. I'm still hopefully trying to get in one day, we'll see. And the very consistent moderating of the server, you end up with a pretty much like 90%, I would say, or so, even more than that, of the player base being able to create interesting and fun situations out of almost nothing. And almost all the time, the players involved in the situation will go along with it full-heartedly and make it a very memorable experience for both the people in the situation as well as the viewers. If you're getting bored, let's say you're getting bored of a certain character or a storyline that's kind of getting old, or you're just not interested in it anymore, unlike a TV show or movie where you have to keep watching basically for the interesting points, with NoPixel and of course with Twitch in general, you're able to just jump around between the different streamers and find the different situations that are interesting to you. And because of the constant content needed by streamers, content and interesting situations are just constantly being created across dozens of streams. I mean, of course, these streamers got to find something entertaining for people to watch, so that forces everyone to be kind of trying to create content both with each other and by themselves. It's also not just different situations you are changing and switching between, but also the streamers and their characters' personalities. In some way, kind of if you think about it a little bit, when watching a streamer play on NoPixel, you're almost watching two different people. I mean, again, depending on their characters, some people have characters that are a lot more than themselves, and some people who have characters that are a lot different from themselves. So you're basically, again, watching both the streamer and the streamer's character. What's amazing about this is that you can see the differences between people's character and them themselves. Even though, again, as I said, it may not always be that the character is much different from the streamer, it also feels as if the streamer is in a way watching the storyline and plot unfold as well, and you can see the streamer's reaction to stuff that happens to their character, and typically you may have the same reaction of the streamer as well. And this is another big part of why RP in general while streaming is so successful. It seems like we tend to like to have other people around and hearing their opinions on stuff going on while we're watching it as well. I mean, this is a big reason both why Twitch as a platform is popular, because the chat and stuff can be basically watching it with you, and a reason again why like reaction streamers are so popular, as you no longer have to kind of just be alone watching and reacting to some content, but you have someone else there with you, not making you feel alone and watching it, and you can also see their reactions as well. And what this means is that essentially when you're watching someone stream on NoPixel, you're also watching them react to what happens to their character, of course, and what happens around them. You can kind of see their expressions as well as what's going on in their opinions, and it allows you in some way for you and the streamer both to be watching their character, and it makes it obviously a lot more entertaining for both parties. Now, of course, the whole server isn't just created by the people that play on it, although a lot of the devs do play on it. Although NoPixel definitely would not be where it is today without these streamers, but NoPixel wouldn't, well, I mean, NoPixel wouldn't be anything without, of course, the devs and the people who create the server itself before even the streamers get there. And that is what we're going to delve into next. Now, obviously, there would, of course, be no NoPixel without the devs to create and update it and give the streamers a place to create content. It goes without saying that NoPixel has most likely the best developer and probably the largest developer team out there of almost any RP server, and they have made many groundbreaking features, such as being able to create job lobbies and do jobs along with other players, multi-tier heists and super complicated ways to get access to them, clean and functioning unique minigames, and much, much more. Now, apart from the devs creating an amazing server, obviously, and updating it, they also will hire people or have people within their wheelhouse that are able to create custom buildings, commonly referred to as MLOs, for characters that are deserving it, and to help them progress with whatever RP they are trying to complete or trying to portray. Now, they have created pretty much anything from a recording studio for the previously mentioned infamous Chain Gang, to custom restaurants for players to run, a whole pier full of games, small shops, and even a stage for musical performance, and much, much more. They have done a ton creating these custom buildings, interiors, and more. They also will develop certain features if certain characters show their want for it and the proper RP behind it. And without these devs and MLO creators, a lot of these people's RP would really, of course, still be the amazing that it is, but they would get to a stage where they can't really do much without these devs helping them out, or at the very least adding these in for players really allows the players to take control and make the server and or their business how and what they want it to be. The devs and staff of the server give pretty much full control over to the players for a lot of these things, just finding a mayor, letting the players decide the laws of the land and or change them through legal and court RP, and tons more. And what's amazing about all this is, once again, that you can follow the various player storylines and everything leading up to getting a building, business, script, or other accomplishments that are created by the amazing development team. Now, again, I could go on and on about how great the development team is, the staff, the streamers, but I pretty much feel like we've gone over the majority of the reasons as to why NoPixel really is as popular as it is on Twitch nowadays, and just, of course, what makes it so entertaining to watch. But I think that is going to be about it for this video. Again, if you guys did enjoy and this kind of explained to you guys, of course, why NoPixel is where it is today, please, of course, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, because it really does help out the channel. And I will see you guys in the next video.